Welcome to ruralvacantland.com, where we have cheap, easy land. This is Luke Smith, and I'd like to tell you about another property we've got in Hawaii. This last week, all the properties sold out, but just got this new one in, and I should be doing taxes right now, but I'm excited about this property, so I wanted to take a little break from doing taxes and show you this one. So let's pull it up. I got it on the screen. It's 1 acre. It's in the south end of the island. It's in Hawaiian Ocean View Estates, but it's down by the ring road. It's not way up the hill like some of the other ones I've had before. I'm asking $9,999 for this one. And before we dig into it, I wanted to show you where this one is at on the map. Well, let's do GPS, and then I'll show you the market. I wanted to compare to the other ones in the marketplace. So pull up Google Maps by clicking on the ad. It should populate here in a second. Here we go. So it's just the east side of this park. You can see it's just kind of two or three blocks off the main highway. This is the ring road that goes around the island. If we zoom out here, there's some nice beaches along here. There's some trails to get down to those beaches. There's bigger public beaches down along here as well. Here's South Point Park. So here's the main highway. Up here is Walmart, Home Depot and stuff. Well, a little further up here. Airport, that kind of stuff. So let's zoom in. The neighborhood's about 2,000 foot elevation here at the road. So this property is going to be a little higher than that. Let's see if we got it in the 2,285 foot elevation. This neighborhood goes up to like 5,500 foot. So it's not up that high. This is much lower. It's warmer weather, a lot better weather down here. And so remember this is the park. Here's there's three parks. This park here is the one that we're near. So I pulled this up. Pulled up the market on Redfin. So Redfin has all the properties that like realtors would have and that are on the MLS and stuff. And this is the park. This is the area. And the cheapest I could find in the area, there's 12 grand over here, just the other side of the park. But you got to buy 2 lots, so 12 grand each. So 24 grand there. I guess there's a 12 grand up here. Didn't see that one before. Yeah, but there's another 12 grand. I guess there's a couple 12 grands. This is further up the hill though. It's gonna be higher elevation. Ours is over here, right? Yeah, so there's the park, one over. There's a park, one over. So it's one of these lots over here. There's 19 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 50 grand, 20 grand, 25, 35, 45, 25, 16 grand. There's a cheaper one. There's a 16 grand. There's a cheaper one. 7 grand up here. This is higher up the hill. Wonder what the story of that one is. If it's really for sale. Look at that. $6,500. This is further up the hill. This one looks like a real big lava chunk. So I think as close to the road as this one is, I think it's the cheapest one close to the road. Here's a 15 grand, 16 grand, but no one's under 10 grand without going up the hill. And so here's some of the houses people are building in the area, looking out at the ocean, looking at South Point, that park we're talking about. So it's a lot of ocean views, just nice weather. A lot of people like to build up off the ground to let the air flow through. These kinds of ocean views on these lots. You can look out and see the ocean. People building timber frame and basic houses, power lines, stuff. Oh, let's look for power lines in this one. I believe this one's got power lines. I think that $6,500 one doesn't. that's up further up the hill. There's a house right next door. And they probably got power. So let's zoom in, let's take a look. There's a power line right here. There's a house next door. This would be the property. There's a house on either side. So they figured it out. They're making it happen. The power line's right there at the street. If we drive up around the corner, take a look at the neighbors, I think we might get a better view of the lot. So this is Hawaii Boulevard and Seabreeze Parkway. So I think it's one lot in from the corner. Looks like the neighbors got wind set up, a cistern, driveway, there's the power line. This is all ocean out here. Ocean, ocean, ocean. There's some greenery in the area, but the property that I've got is just the other side of this house. So this would be your neighbor. Looks like they've irrigated, or they've landscaped, I mean. Speed limit 25, it's neighborhood. They've got their power box over here. This is the rainwater catchment system. This pump's probably, I'm not sure that's a well, but it might be moving water off the roof cistern into these cisterns or something when the wind blows. This is the kind of view you're gonna see. You can see ocean. There's it's probably South Point there, and just ocean, ocean, ocean. And that's what these houses are doing. So you can have a house in Hawaii looking at the ocean on a lot that's close to the highway. You can access, the amenities of life for less than $10,000. I'm asking $9,999. It's just right up here. Right? I'm looking at the wrong park. It's right over here. Hawaii Boulevard, Seabreeze. So that's the neighbor's house we were just looking at. And this lot here is the one that's for sale. The one right next to it. And just down the street, you get to the park. I pulled up the neighborhood in Instagram. I just typed in Hawaiian Ocean View Estates. And it, it's going to give me all the pictures that people are taking and putting on Instagram in the area. So here's some coastline pictures that someone took. Not exactly sure where that's at. Here's a girl picking a coconut. I think this is just down the beach. There's some coconut trees down at the beach in front of the community. There's some kids doing like selling orange juice. Some artistic old sea-washed house. There's people. There's a sunset. Classic Hawaiian kind of house. This is ocean view. So there's power lines. It's this lava kind of landscape. So you can be on the hill looking out at the ocean. Just lots of big ocean views. Here's somebody's yard in the neighborhood. This could be the neighbor we just looked at, or it could be any of hundreds of houses. That's kind of fuzzy, but this is all ocean out here. People making fires, looking at the ocean. Sunsets, whatever they're cooking. Somebody put a yurt in. So other people in this neighborhood have put yurts in. They live in yurts. You can rent yurts in the neighborhood. There's a couple places that rent yurts if you wanted to go check it out and stay in a yurt. But I think the beautiful thing about a yurt is you could fly the supplies in or ship them in, and not have to buy much of anything at the local hardware store or Home Depot or wherever. There's just some views. So let's, what I would like to do is get directions to stuff. So up the road a ways is there's a hardware store in town. So let's look at that. Let's look at let's see if we find it. So there's a hardware store. It's Ace Hardware, so you can buy all kinds of supplies there to start working on your house. I mean, it's probably not going to have everything, but the basics. How far is that? That's 1.4 miles. You could ride your bike, maybe get one of those kid buggies behind it. Get all your plumbing supplies and nails and basic tools and that kind of stuff to build your place by riding your bike. I mean, not very far at all. And you could pull a wagon down there and back if you really wanted to, or you could drive. You probably use a golf cart. And then if you want to go to the proper Home Depot, let's see. "48 miles up the coast." You're right by the ring road, so you can jet up there. And you can get your, your sinks and your tile and your lumber, insulation. I don't know if you need insulation there. Roofing, like all that stuff. Electrical, light switches, you name it. All that to build your house. You can just get up here. A little over an hour drive. There's a Target not very far over there too. Let's see. So if you want to get like bedding and curtains and things like that. This isn't working. It's about the same area as the Home Depot. There we go. Yeah, just over an hour and get up to Target. There's probably a Walmart and other supplies, stuff like that as well. But that gives you an idea. There's some restaurants right down here. There's a Thai restaurant. There's there's a couple little things, little farmers market and stuff. So you don't have to run that far to get basic day-to-day supplies. You could probably ride your bike to them, jog over there, walk over there. It's not that far. So that's the property, $9,999. These are some more of the pictures people are taking in the area. If you want to buy this one, you can go to the link below. I'll put a link in the description, and it'll take you back to my website, ruralvacantland.com. And then partway down the page, there's a Buy It Now button. You can click the Buy It Now button, and I'll just click it. I'll show you. It starts asking you for information. You put your title information in here. Like what name you want to own the property in, your family trust, your name, or whatever it might be, you and your spouse or something. Tax address, where you want the future tax bills to go to the property. I'll make sure all the taxes are paid up on this one when I transfer it to you, as well as the road fees. There's no HOA on this community. It's a road maintenance fee, and they're charging I think it was $130 this year is what I think it was $120 last year, and then $130 this year for the other lots that I've had. This one I believe is $130 as well. And so you put the basic information in there, hit next, and it starts asking for your credit card or debit card, and you can check out with it. If you don't have a $10,000 daily limit on your credit card, you should probably get a different one. Or call them and tell them, raise the limit for the day, and lots of times they'll do that. And if you're still having troubles with it, or you want to split it up between a couple different cards, there's a Pay Here button at the top of my website, top of ruralvacantland.com. There's a Pay Here. You click on the Pay Here button, and it asks you for how much you want to put in and what property you're trying to buy. And so there's a number here, right? This number, this ID number of the property, is in Hawaii, it's called a tax map key. So you'd copy that, and then go to the Pay Here, and put that property number in there. Here's the land that I want, you know, bling. And then I want to put, let's say you want to do $5,000 on one card, and you fill out your information, and then, you know, hit next, put your credit card in there and go for it. And then you want to put the other 4,999 on your other card. You got to do it again. Just click on it. You can do it as many times as you want. Put different cards together to pull it off and make it happen. So that's how you do it. Or some people split it up between a couple days, you know, to get around your daily maximums. That works as well. So that's the online checkout process. Once you check out there and it's paid for, I'll start doing the paperwork. I'll get all the deeds done. I have online recording with Hawaii, so get it uploaded to them and recorded in pretty short order, and get you a copy of that emailed to you with all the numbers and information and everything on there. And it's your land. You can start using it the same day you check out. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com.